This is Diana Mittag reporting for the Italian Book Club from the Frankfurt Book Fair. And I'm standing here with William Riegler, who has written a book called Living My Ecstatic Life. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about this book and the messages in your book?
Yes, this book I wrote is about my life leading to Japan, where I've lived for 38 years. And we had as you know, we had a big earthquake and what life was like after the quake. And then I created a charity concert for my children in my English classes to have a voice and to make a difference in raising money for northeastern Japan tsunami earthquake relief. After the concert, I fell ill and almost died. And at that time, channeling messages brought me back to life. And those messages were so profound for myself, I decided I needed to give back the messages to the world, and that's why I wrote the book.
Would you like to explain a little bit more what you mean by channeling messages?
If you've heard of the book Conversations with God, it's kind of messages from God, and everybody is able to receive them if you're listening. And these messages were the power of giving and how we are magnets, and we are constantly attracting on the conscious level through the mind anything you're focusing on, and on the subconscious level through the soul. Your soul wants to experience in this embodiment. So often the experiences that come to you, the situations that come to you, are full of struggle and challenge. Not easy. But through the challenges, if you let go of blame and guilt and fear, through the challenges you can find the gifts. And if you find the gifts behind the challenges, it was worth the struggle.
This sounds very interesting. So how has this receiving these messages affected your life?
Well, how has it affected my life? Of course, I almost died, and I was able to come back, and I found it freeing because I could never understand why I had the struggles that I have in my life, why I attracted an abusive father, for example. And now I realize he was the perfect father, because if I had had a father as nurturing as probably your father was, I'd still be in Kentucky. But it wasn't that way, and so it pushed me out on a journey to walk in 64 countries for peace and to spend 30 years fundraising for trouble spots around the world.
What project are you currently working on?
My book sales are 100% focused on Zimbabwe. We are supporting HIV AIDS orphans. So these kids have lost their parents and they're losing their whole blocks of families. There's no one to pick up the slack. So all of my proceeds I've taken in June to Zimbabwe, and I've met the kids, I hugged the kids, and our next project at the school will be to create a well and a pump so the kids have access on the school grounds for water.
Sounds great. I hope your book will be an example to a lot of people to do similar things. And yes, we will see you next in Rome at the book launch for the Italian Book Club on the 14th of October in the Theatre Quirino. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.